Today we are making Blaand. Good morning.
Good morning.
Today we are making Blaand.
Cheese.
Blaand.
Cheese.
Blaand.
Cheese.
Blaand. Now, darling. Thank you kindly. Right, kitchen's mine. Blaand. It's made from fermented whey, the byproduct of cheese making. It used to be a drink of choice up here in Orkney, because the Vikings used to really rave on about this bland stuff. To be honest, I don't think it's very bland, not if you have the right spices to it. Anyway, it used to be given to newborn babies when they were first popped out, and also it used to be the last drink people would have on their deathbeds. It was that special. So join me as we make some Blaand. Sounds a bit odd, making wine from milk, doesn't it? Anyway, the way we're going to do it is grab a full gallon of blue-topped full fat milk, shove into your saucepan. And also, we're going to need half a cup of lemon juice to add to the milk. So I'll show you and talk you through it as we go along. But that's what you need: a gallon of milk and some lemon juice. It's better if you can use unpasteurised milk straight from the cow. However, all the cows in Orkney at the moment are calving, so I don't want to go out and milk a cow in the field. I'd rather the calves have the milk and grow up to be steak. So I'm using shop-bought milk. I'm going to pour it, the full gallon, into your saucepan. So once you've added your full gallon of milk to your saucepan, or my saucepan, it's my saucepan this, but add it to yours, you want to bring it up to a gentle simmer. 1 gallon of milk in Britain is 4.5 litres, or thereabouts. Not the American gallon, which is slightly less, I think. So we're using the British, because I'm British, that's how much we're using. You want to simmer your milk to about 93 degrees Celsius. That's just below boiling point, or in Fahrenheit, that's 220 something or other. Just below boiling point. So turn your stove on, bring it to a simmer, nice and hot, not quite boiling, then go and have a cup of tea. Tea break over. I've been stood here stirring my milk the entire time. Would you believe that? Many wouldn't. Anyway, it's gone all frothy and bubbly, nearly boiling. I've been stirring it occasionally so it doesn't burn, and it's looking fantastic, it is. So next step is to prepare your lemon juice. You want half a cup of lemon juice. Half a cup of lemon juice, please.
Half a cup of lemon juice is about 120 mils.
That's a very small cup.
It will do.
That's more like half. With your half a cup of lemon juice, you're to pour it into your milk, and the lemon juice separates the curds for the cheese and the whey for your Blaand. So just pour it in, keep on stirring, and Bob's your uncle. And as you stir, you'll notice that it becomes all separated. All the floaty bits on top float up to the top, and the bit you really want is under them. Once that happens, you want to put the lid on your pan, like so, and leave it for a quarter of an hour. Put the kettle on, go and have a tea break. Once your milk has been stirred for about 20 minutes, doing its thing, separating, becoming two, you want to strain it through a sieve into a bowl. I have a sieve, I have a bowl. All I need now is my wonderful wife. Hello! Hello! Shall we sieve it, strain it?
Let's do. If I may have the curds to make my cheese
Yeah,
with.
may I have the curds?
Thank you.
I will have the whey for my Blaand. Right! Now I have the kitchen to myself. On to the Blaand. Blaand itself is an old Viking drink. We used to make it, or the Vikings, along with a mead. Honey and milk, that's where that phrase comes from. The Blaand can either be drunk young, as in freshly fermented and not matured at all, or old and matured. A bit like myself. I've tried it both ways and I really like it young, which is brilliant. You don't have to wait so long before you have a drink. Anyway, first thing you want to do, grab a saucepan and pour in your whey. After you've added your whey, you want to add a full 1.5 kilos of sugar to the liquid. And give it a good stir. The whey is already still warm from when we separated it, so the sugar will dissolve nice and easily. No need to reheat it. Keep on stirring. You don't want any sugar sediment left in the bottom of your pan. The Vikings and old Orkneyans would have used honey instead of sugar. So it'll be a cross between mead and a milky drink, kind of like an eggnog. Next step, add your whey and sugar to your demijohn. Whilst those bubbles disappear and it cools down, there's not much else you can really do, really, whilst it cools.
Time for another tea.
Yeah. Well, an hour or so has passed and the Blaand has cooled down to room temperature. It's a delicious green colour. It's meant to be green. It's not bad, it's not wrong, it's meant to be, trust me, that's good. Your gallon of milk made best part of a demijohn full of liquid. And there's a bit more here, so I can top it up tomorrow and be spot on 1 demijohn's worth, your 4.5 litres of milk. Now you want to add your yeast. I'm using generic wine yeast. It doesn't need anything special, nothing fancy. So you're going to sprinkle in your yeast. There's a bit of a headroom for the air to circulate, and if it bubbles a lot, which I presume it will do, there's room so it doesn't fall over everywhere. Fall over? Bubble over. You might be falling over after drinking this. A tablespoon of yeast, shove it in, just let it sit on the surface and start working. I'm going to be stirring this every day for a few days, 4 or 5 days maybe. Then I will let it ferment until it's dry. I might drink some young and I'll let some mature out just to do a taste test, see which I prefer. So there'll be another video on how it turns out. So subscribe down below and stay tuned for the updates. The full method and recipe is down below in the description. So press show more, follow the link and come on over and see the full recipe.